Okay, welcome to build video number 18. We've got a little bit of housekeeping to do. What I mean by that is just a few little bits and bobs. So, you'll need your LCD mount. You will need your LCD. You will need your LCD mount brackets. 2 wire don't know what you call them, wire turns I guess, to wrap wire around to keep it out of the way. Your little Pixel logo face plate. Now on my version here we've got M5 and T-nuts to put these on, but yours will have M3 10mm screws and T-nuts, so you'll need them. You'll need 2 10mm M3 screws or bolts, 4 M3 20mm screws, and 6 M3 nuts. Okay, so that's everything we need. But to start off with, let's put all this to the side. What we're going to do is we're going to go back to the main machine. See this Bowden tube here? We're going to poke it through this piece here, all the way down. Now it goes in quite a way, because it goes in through this piece, through that black piece there, and right down to where it said, and then you should be able to put it up, push it in, and that's it, and then it's locked. So that's your Bowden tube. We can put this off to the side. So actually now while we've got this, let's do our logo. So you see this logo plate here, it's just to cover this extra extruder motor. So you can upgrade, and I probably will be doing an upgrade kit for dual extrusion, and then the other motor will just go on there and the tube will go into there. But for now it's just a nice little cover plate. So you want your 2 M3 10mm screws, 2 of the M3 nuts, and then simply puts it, that just bolts onto there. Put your nuts on the back, and there you have it, nice and simple. It says, I did my sausage fingers. Okay, glue them up, screwdriver, pair of pliers, tighten them up a little bit. There we go. There we go. So that's that. Now the next bit we're going to do is these here. You'll have M3 10mm screws and T-nuts, and what these do is they get bolted onto the extrusion here. So what that enables you to do, you can have them either way, that way or that way, is wind wire around them. So all this excessive wire will be up and out the way. Okay? So, because you don't want it interfering, I'm going to put them that way I think. So you'll get your M3s, 10mm, just to remind you mine are M5, but yours will be M3s. Push it through. Put your T-nut, you should be double hand at T-nuts on now. Turn it on a little bit, not quite as much as that. There we go. Same on this one. Put it in there. Keep in mind that the little square bit on the front goes facing. So screwdriver, oh no, I need a Allen key. So just find a place roughly where you think it'd be a good place to put it. I'm going to have mine just curling out a little bit. There we go. Put this one a little bit higher up. You can always adjust it later. There we go, we can wind wire around that now, keep it out the way. Another job. So we can push this out the way for now. And they can go out the way. So next we need our LCD mount. And all that happens here, take off the knob if it's not already off. We'll get this in protected packaging. So briefly, let's talk about electronics. So you'll get all these in anti-static bags. Before you handle them in any way, you want to touch some metal rod that's going into the ground, something like a central heating pipe or something like that, just to ground yourself before you touch it, because static can ruin these boards. Ideally you could do with a wrist strap, anti-static wrist strap, but just grounding yourself for a couple of seconds would help. So yeah, so just a recommendation. So that just goes in there, should fit in nicely. Turn it the right way. 20mm M3s go through. Now you don't want to do these too tightly. It should go through. There we go. Putting that on it. Don't want to do them too tight, because what you tend to do if you do these too tight is you put pressure on the LCD and you start to get weird and wonderful colours and the LCD breaks. So just reasonably tight, but not too tight, which we'll do in a minute. That's one. 2. 3. And 4. So get your screwdriver. I think these are good enough to be hand tight, so you can just pinch the nut. Do them again like you do the steppers. Don't do one super tight and then go around the others. Do them all a little bit at a time, because you can bow the PCB. Like I say, doesn't want to be super tight, but tight enough so we don't come loose. You'll see the PCB. So that's probably the fringe of how tight you want it, because it's starting to bow there. There we go. Put your dial back on there. Result. Next you want these pieces here, just slide one on there. One on there. That's that done. And next, that gets put on this beast over here. So bring it round. Okay. Then that slides on there. Quite a tight fit. There we have it. Starting to make shape. I think that's everything now, apart from the wiring and the power supply. And then it's almost done. So, build video number 18, done.